Michelle Noel here over at WonderCon. Or is this Shazamacon? Let's try this again. Much better. We're here at WonderCon 2019 chatting with the cast from the DC animated universe. Check it out. I'm Michelle. Nice to I know, dude. I was like waiting for you all day, whatever. I couldn't even believe, see I'm the last one standing.
I know. Thank you so much.
No,
I'm so grateful.
It's
There we go.
Awesome. Michelle Noel here over at WonderCon 2019, and joining me right now is Andrew Kishino.
Andrew Kishino, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's all right. That's all right. We got it. We
Yes,
good.
and he is playing the Shredder over at Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So hey, Andrew, thank you so much for joining our show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, I've been waiting all day for you, so this is like really super exciting. Hey, what went through your mind when you got casted for the Shredder?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I mean, I was ecstatic.
Yeah.
It was incredible to be inhabiting such an iconic role and to be, to be given the opportunity to do that. That said, about a tenth of a second later, I was terrified because I know how many people have played the role, and so I wanted to ensure that I was doing the role justice.
Yeah.
So immediately it was like, okay, I got to get to work to make sure that I make my Shredder the guy who is my guy.
Nice.
Because everybody has played it differently. Everybody has played it spectacularly.
Yeah.
Hopefully what I did lives up to that same standard.
So what inspiration came to your mind when voicing the Shredder as the Ninja Turtles' arch nemesis?
Well, I kind of did three things.
Okay.
I took Shredder and basically I took him as a person and then said, okay, who is Shredder as a martial artist? Because that requires obviously an extraordinary amount of discipline and, rigorous physical training.
Good point.
Then the second part was, what is his adherence and flexibility with the Bushido, the code that he ostensibly lives by? Right? Because he does not live entirely by that code. He flexes it when convenient because he does things a samurai would not.
Yeah.
And then lastly, who is he as an emotional individual? Like, what is going on in his head and in his heart? What drives him? What are the things that he needs to see reconciled as a human being in order to feel like the world is right for him?
Right.
So then I took all those three things and then just started playing with that sense of damaged, fractured vanity and rage and the capability to do extraordinarily violent, terrible things, and then brought that to it. So hopefully that was kind of doing all of that back work translated successfully on the front end.
That was pretty deep. That was like the spiritualization of the Shredder. I loved it. I can't wait.
Thank you. And to be honest, I mean, Shredder's not, obviously, it would be an oversimplification to broad brush him and say, oh, he's just an angry guy.
Yeah.
Because he's not just an angry guy.
No, he's just got issues.
He's a lot.
I'm sure he's got some daddy issues and childhood, like unresolved issues. Oh, that would be a really great origin story if they ever go into it deep.
The therapy bill on that would be bananas.
I can see that. What is the overall theme that you hope audiences out there get from this film? From this film overall, general?
Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah.
One of the themes that I actually am very partial to is that the rigidity and stoicism of Batman, while useful, is also there's something to be said for the utter and complete failure to adhere to rules with the Turtles, where you need both. There are times when you need to be stoic and on goal and on method, and then there are times you need to just go, man, forget it. Like, I'm gonna throw it all out the window and I'm just gonna be me. And be me unapologetically. So it's kind of seeing the two philosophies come together and how eventually they bring some of it a little bit out in each of them. The Turtles have a little bit more of like, I guess there are times when we could be a little more serious. And Batman's like, I suppose I don't have to be Batman 100% of the time. So there's a little bit of give there, which is a wonderful thing.
Finally, I know the Turtles are probably the comic relief, like, to finally, wake them up a little bit. I love that.
And what's great about these Turtles is they're comic relief, but you see they're physically imposing. They're still not to be messed with. So it's not just a kind of, oh, they're goofy and they're what have you. They look physically imposing and they can handle themselves.
Wow. Before the bat signal goes off, let's have some few fast round questions.
Cool.
If a live adaptation or theatrical adaptation was in the works, what would you hope to be in your wish list?
I would still go with the Shredder.
The Shredder, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know if you've heard, but Batman is celebrating his 80th anniversary.
Yep.
We've been invited to the Wayne Manor. How are you planning to celebrate, and what do you plan on toasting or cheersing to him?
A la Shredder, coming in through one of the top windows, dressed all out with a face full of metal, and, you know, snagging as many of the hors d'oeuvres as possible, and not paying for the valet.
There you go. Class act. You don't even have to crash the party. It's just
Nope.
like, I'm Shredder. Move on.
Boom, and then I'm out. Yep, leave everybody holding their crudités like, who was that?
I don't know if I should ask this to the Shredder, but who is your favorite turtle overall?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, they all represent different facets,
Yeah.
so I like Leo.
Leo,
Yeah,
figured.
I like Leo.
Are you and Eric pretty close? You guys like.
Oh,
like,
Eric and I, yeah, Eric's like my brother.
It's a bromance.
Eric's like my
you
brother.
guys? Yeah,
Eric's like my
figured,
brother.
yeah.
That's my dude right there.
I
And
see.
he's not only one of the nicest guys around, he's insanely talented.
I know, isn't
Yeah,
he great?
so it was a real honor to work with
Yeah,
him.
I'm seeing you two guys together. I'm like, I cannot wait to see this movie. And just last question, what's your favorite pizza topping?
Oh, I'm a traditionalist.
Okay. No worries.
It's pepperoni.
Turtles have done crossovers with Batman and Power Rangers. Who do you hope they do a duet with next?
Ooh, wow, that would have to be a TBD because that's a tough one.
Continue, I know. We had
Yeah.
Walking Dead, Ghostbusters. I mean, the list kind of went on and on.
Yeah,
but
that's wow.
I know. They can go with anybody.
Because you couldn't do something like I'm not. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do a TBD on that one.
Okay, we'll come back.
At some event at some
We'll
point
see
in the
you
future,
again.
come back to
We're
me
gonna
with
see
that
you.
one.
I'm gonna
Remember
say,
that question
Andrew,
and hit
remember
me.
me. Awesome. All right, folks. That's all the time that we have left. Be sure to catch Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Turtles coming to you on digital and Blu-ray this spring. I'm Michelle Noel with Andrew, and hopefully we see you guys next time. Cowabunga! Shazam! Shell of a good time. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time. I'm Michelle Noel from Feedback. Bye! Let's try this again. WonderCon. Okay.
Hey, you rock!